Rena got the prize of patting Rika-chan's head as much as she wants. She excitedly left with Rika-chan a few minutes ago. Since she's gone, I'm leaving with Mion today. Well, I was impressed. I had no idea you were so good at rich man, poor man. I'm surprised myself, too. I think I wouldn't have had that much motivation if I was playing with a group of guys. But I went through hell at the end. I'm glad I didn't have to be sent to the hospital in that outfit. It was so funny. I think I can brag about this story for years. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. We look at each other and laugh. Hi again, Keiichi-kun. It's Tomitake-san. I bump into him so often. Hello. So, have you got any good pictures? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. He grabs my shoulders all of a sudden and whispers in my ears. You're such a popular guy, huh? You have a different girlfriend today. It's not like that. Yeah, whatever. You should experience many things while you're young. Mion can understand everything he's saying just by looking at his strange smile. I heard that you're such a playboy too, Uncle Tomitake. Well, I'm not like that. Whatever. Good luck with your photography. Goodbye. Seems like Mion wants to get rid of the silly old guy. Sounds like Mion knows this guy pretty well. Are you going to stay until the Watanagashi this year? Yeah, that's my plan. I'm going back to Tokyo after I get the pictures of the festival. Sounds like being a photographer is such a free-minded occupation. I hope you get a big award and become famous one day. You're into taking pictures so much that you missed out your chance to get married. I don't think that's true. Men become more attractive after they're 30 years old. Yeah, whatever you say, old man. Oops, I better get back to the hotel. It's going to get dark soon. He forces a smile and tries to leave from here. I guess he can't win over Mion. Well then, I'll see you guys at the festival. He waves at us and disappears amidst the cry of the Higurashi. I wonder if he can ever be famous. He's supposed to hang my pictures in his exhibition someday, but I don't think that day will come anytime soon. You know Tomitake-san? Well, he stands out in this village, you know? It seemed like you'd known him for a while. He comes to Hinamizawa pretty often. He's here probably 2 or 3 times a year. He comes here to take pictures of birds and seasonal views in this village. I don't know how good a photographer he is, though. Sounds like Tomitake-san is a pretty unique guy. I thought he was more like a mysterious guy. I open my mouth again. Do you think he's really here to take pictures of the birds? She looks at me with a confused face and asks me why. I just feel like he's here for a different reason. You don't feel that way? He might be investigating about the murder mystery. You think so? You have such a good instinct, Kei-chan. She agrees with my opinion, but she sounds so silly. You know something, Mion? I actually do. I think no one else knows this, but he can't fool my eyes. She won't tell me right away, but I'm sure it's different from my assumption. Seeing Mion's reaction makes my suspicion toward him disappear. I realize how the air in this village smells so fresh. I exhale all the air out of my lungs and inhale deeply again. I can taste the sunset. What is it, Kei-chan? I never thought that the cry of the Higurashi would be so refreshing to my ears. Silly you. We look at each other and smile. I wonder what Rena's doing now. I wonder if she got to enjoy Rika-chan as much as she wanted. I bet she's asking her to come home with her for dinner tonight. Hopefully she'll succeed in taking her home with her. We'll see. Rika-chan is a pretty smart girl. I agree with you. I bet Rika-chan was the one who came up with the punishment to rub the principal's head. That's what I was thinking too. Rika-chan is the only person who can rub his head without damage. We keep on having a casual conversation. The fresh air and the cry of the Higurashi are calming down my tired soul from the long day.
Higurashi
A few days have passed. We haven't been able to do much in the way of club activities because all the members couldn't get together. Mion had some stuff to do and Rika-chan had to attend festival preparations. Even though I always feel fed up with the games every time I play because of the intensity, I kind of miss them. I'm not honest after all. Today we're having the club activity I've been waiting for. It's not the usual one. This one is called Watanagashi Festival Battle of 5 Evils. This seems like the biggest event in this club. Keiichi! Do you think you can still wear this yukata? Can you try this on? Mom drags an old yukata that smells like dust out of the closet. I don't need that. I'll wear normal clothes because that'll look embarrassing. But it's a festival, you know? Why don't you wear it? Rena said normal clothes would be fine. It'd be embarrassing if I wore a yukata to the festival. I put on my usual jacket. I'm going with Rena and the guys. You can leave me alone. Yeah? I'll go with your dad when he wakes up then. Dad is snoring loudly in a blanket on the couch. Looks like he stayed up all night last night. He just shipped a draft. He might not get up soon. Dad sometimes writes columns in art magazines. I've never read them though. Is he a great painter? I don't think he's that popular to be honest. But he's managing to feed Mom and me and I don't feel any inconvenience. Maybe he's a great painter. It's just that I'm not aware of it. Keiichi-kun, are you here? Oops, already time. I wanted to leave home early so that they wouldn't come to my home. Hi, Rena-chan. Thank you for picking Keiichi up. No, ma'am. You're welcome. Why is she blushing just seeing my mom? Don't blush now. That's very awkward. Let's get going, Rena. I take Rena's hand and start walking with big steps. Rena-chan, please take care of him. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll protect him with might and main. Whatever. Rena waves back at my mom as I drag her out the door. Hi, Kei-chan. Are you hungry today? We're going to eat at food stands, okay? I know that. I'm not stupid enough to be here with a full stomach. Right on. Where are Satoko and Rika-chan? Are they already at the shrine? Yeah, Rika-chan is one of the festival committees. Satoko-chan must be with her. I see. Alright, let's have fun tonight. Yeah! We're already hyped up. The Furude Shinto shrine is packed, very different from the last time I came here. The shrine is decorated with colorful lanterns, booths are lined up, and people are gathered around them. This bustle feels good. This place is packed! I didn't know there were this many people in Hinamizawa. People come to see the Watanagashi festival. I think half of all the Hinamizawan people are here. Not only them, the town invited adults and kids from neighboring cities. Yeah, right. I see many kids, even though there are only few of us in our school. Festivals are held for kids, sort of. I agree. Oh, good evening. Everybody who passes by knows Rena and Mion. They greet me as well, but I still don't remember their faces. Hello, Rena-chan. Thanks for your dishes the other day. My kid loved it. You're welcome. I'm happy he liked that. Please say hi to him. Hi. If it isn't Sonozaki's girl. I came to open my booth this year again. Did you get fat, old man? You'll have a stroke sooner or later. Oh, I've never seen this fella before. Is he a friend of yours? He belongs to my club. A rookie. He might put you in a poorhouse in one night if you let your guard down. Whoa, he must be good. Be easy on me, please. As expected, Mion is talking casually with the middle-aged owners of the booths. They love Mi-chan because she's energetic. So must you be, Rena, because you're cute. If only she didn't have that illness. As long as she stays quiet with just a flushed face, she's very cute. Me? Who'd like me? Who'd like me? Somebody. I stroked her head roughly. They came all the way from the city to open those booths. We can't enjoy festivals without them. And that's why we bother to raid them. Anyhow, I won't be beaten. Okay, I won't be either. You guys are late. You shouldn't keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Oh, I'm sorry, but where's the lady you're talking about? What? All right, Satoko is hyped up as usual. She seems excited to see all the members. Wow, Rika-chan looks adorable. Rena heaves a sigh in admiration. Here comes a real lady, I suppose.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Keiichi.
Wow, you look awesome again. This year.
She's adorable. I'm gonna take her home.
Rika-chan is wearing a shrine maiden costume. I understand Rena's feelings. That looks really authentic. Is that a real shrine maiden uniform? My grandma made it. Doesn't it look real?
Rika-chan is going to perform a very important role at the end of the festival. That's why she's wearing that.
I see. Rika-chan is helping out as the shrine maiden for the ritual part of the festival, huh?
I'll just perform at the end of the festival, so I can hang out with you for a while.
Okay, let's not waste our time. Let's get started. Yeah! It feels really good to be strutting in a bunch. Mion proposes strange games every time we get to different booths. Takoyaki speed eating contest! Everybody, get your own pack and start! Takoyaki is a staple menu for a food stand. There actually aren't octopus dices in them, though. Ow, it's hot! Ah!
Keiichi-kun, are you alright? I'll get you some water.
You almost killed yourself by swallowing that hot takoyaki at once. Maybe it would have been a good idea to buy a leftover cold one.
That wouldn't taste good, though.
The next stall sells shaved ice. It's a bit early for the season, but it doesn't matter now. Let's try shaved ice this time. The person who finishes the quickest wins. Ready? Go!
I can't eat shaved ice quickly.
You can try melting it in your mouth.
Ow, it's too cold.
Amateurs. Uncle Mion ordered a syrupy-soaked version. The ice will melt quickly if you mix it. You guys are moving too late. You're already losing by eating it in a regular way. I finished! Already? That's incredible!
Wait, did you add the water from the goldfish scooping pool? That has to taste bad.
The next one is classic again. The cotton candy stall. Why don't we try this one? Of course, the fastest eater wins.
Excuse me, but how do we eat cotton candies quickly? How do we do it?
Satoko gives us a cue. Mion and Satoko squish their cotton candies with their hands. They put the candies into their mouths in 3 seconds. I knew Satoko would do this, but I'm surprised you did the same, Kei-chan. You shouldn't treat me like a newbie anymore.
That can't taste good.
Rika-chan is squashing the candy likewise and sucking the skewer.
Nobody else would eat cotton candies like that in Japan.
I guess the cotton candy Rena had is the happiest. Anyway, the game might turn extreme like eating cold glass noodles through your nose or human goldfish pump or something. The victory will still be Uncle Mion's. Nobody can seem to beat Mion-san on eating bad stuff. You can say that again. What are you saying? Do you want to challenge me with yakisoba and blue Hawaii syrup? Satoko and I shake our heads rapidly.
Hey! Why don't we try something other than food this time? Why not?
That's a timely proposal. I want to try some other games. Rena and Rika-chan aren't good at speed eating or heavy eating. Okay, Rena, why don't you pick the next game? Anything will do.
Okay, I'll be the judge this time. You guys search for adorable stuff from this festival within a minute.
Bring it on! I know your taste, Rena. All right. I have something in mind that will probably let me win.
Ready? Go! Oh? Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not?
Mion and Satoko rushed into the crowd, but Rika-chan and I are standing still.
Do you guys already have adorable stuff? I already have it. You too, Keiichi?
Yeah.
What could it be? What could it be? I'm anxious!
Until Mion and Satoko come back, Rika-chan and I kill time. I guess this is our first time battling face to face.
Certainly.
Rika-chan, are you trying to do what I think you're trying to do?
I'm one of the game club members. I'm just invoking rule number 3.
Rika-chan smirks. Bring it on. Mion and Satoko come back with their choices.
I'll see your stuff one by one. You first, Mi-chan.
Sorry, but I'll finish this game right now. Here's what Uncle Mion got. Where did she find those? They're old diamond-shaped tin signs. Bon Curry, Kincho Mosquito Repellent, and Oranamen C. What do you think? Those are classic, Mion. I used to see them on barbed wire fences. They're more nostalgic than adorable. How does she explain that? Contrary to what I think, Rena is steaming from her nose and ear holes in excitement. I don't get it. My turn! Here's what I got! That's a hand-drawn poster of a Women's Association roast corn stall. The drawing looks very crude. The ugly personified roast corn makes me feel nostalgic. That was the sound of Rena's splashing nosebleed. That means Rena rates her stuff higher than Mion's. I don't get this one either. Your taste is ahead of our time by like 5 centuries.
Those signboards are really mass-produced after all. They can't beat a hand-drawn poster.
I really don't get what you guys think.
It's my turn now.
Rika-chan is up, huh? What's she going to do without any item? Mion and Satoko must have forgotten. Rika-chan's real power? Rika-chan steps away from us about 30 feet and starts toddling toward Rena. Mion and Satoko gasp when they see that. Shoot! It's too late. Rika-chan falls flat on the ground and stops moving. Rena rushes to her.
Rika-chan, are you alright? Are you?
Rika-chan has a bump on her forehead. With tearful eyes, she shows her fingers from the sleeves, and this is the most important part, while she hides the back of her hands. She goes,
Me. Oh, she's adorable! I'm taking her home!
I forgot about that! That was our closest adorable thing! Rena is excitedly rubbing her cheek against Rika-chan with a red face. That's my girl. She's a perfect Lolita. The shrine maiden clothes, the tearful eyes, me, impeccable. Rika-chan succeeded in turning a mere fall into a perfectly adorable thing that deserves to be called an art. I don't get your taste either, Kei-chan. Mion's critique sounds a bit cutting, but I don't pay attention for now. Rika-chan turns around to me while Rena is patting her head in an adorable mode.
See, Keiichi? Can you best me now?
Her quiet smile scares me. Sometimes she looks like a demon to me. I know you must have some secret item, but what could it be? I'm anxious to see your hands, Keiichi.
I guess you're going to perform as well, aren't you?
Everybody looks at me. I drag Rika-chan out of Rena's arms while she's still in adorable mode.
Oh, my adorable Rika-chan! Keiichi-kun, give her back to me!
I'll show you something more adorable, so bear with me a little bit. But I can't show it to you here because there are too many people. Let's go to that shade over there. I escort Rena to the back of the shrine. I can't tell what he's going to do. I hope he wouldn't do something weird.
You can do it. Yeah.
I come back in a bit. Rena comes back a bit later with wobbly steps. Did he do something weird to her? Mion and the other guys walk up to Rena passing by me. What could be the weird thing he might have done to her? Rena doesn't realize everybody's talking to her for a bit since she's spacing out.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Mi-chan. Oh.
Rena, are you okay? Did he do something weird to you?
No, he didn't do anything weird. Oh.
This looks serious. What in the world did Keiichi-san show her?
Yeah, that was very adorable. Oh.
Adorable? What did he show you, Rena? Rena heaves a sigh one more time, and she says this with twinkling eyes.
His bird seal was adorable!
I get elbow attacks from Mion and Satoko faster than in the blink of an eye. What? You showed her your dirty thing? You pervert! We'll exorcise your demon! No, you guys are misunderstanding something! Mion and Satoko are emitting a black aura. They're going to kill me.
Mi-chan, I don't know what's going on, but you guys are mistaken. Keiichi-kun just... He showed her a first skill mascot on his keychain.
Rika-chan searches my pocket and picks out my keychain. What?
He's telling her that he made this as a summer break assignment. He's also saying that he's so embarrassed he wouldn't show it to anybody very often. Yeah, it's small and adorable. I can tell he spent a great effort making it, and I love that.
What? Uncle Mion thought he showed his own little fur seal.
Oh, there you go, Mion-san.
Your mistakes are wild. They intimidate each other. They look like they're getting into a battle any second. Please, will you take your feet off me since my suspicion has been cleared? Then a flash goes off. Hi, everybody. You guys look fine as usual. It's Tomitake-san, just like I thought. Mion and Satoko are still snarling at each other on top of me. Rika-chan is patting my head and Ren is still in adorable mode. The picture must look gorgeous. Good evening. I have to warn you that it's very impolite to take a picture of a lady without permission. You're right. That means he didn't need your permission at least anyway. Satoko steps on me with her rough boot heel.
Good evening. You're leaving tomorrow, right? Were you able to take many good photos?
Thanks to you, I got many good ones. So, this is the final night we can see you. I'll be missing you. You should become famous already. You're harsh as usual. I'll be missing your bad-mouthing for the next 6 months likewise. Enjoy yourselves tonight, since you'll be in Tokyo by tomorrow night. You're right. I won't be able to see stars in the sky for 6 months. Tomitake-san looks up at this night sky while chuckling. He pauses while smiling. He looks a bit sad. Why don't you move to Hinamizawa, Tomitake-san? Tomitake-san becomes speechless for a little while. I know this place is inconvenient. There isn't much in the way of shops or entertainment. Well, there's really nothing, but everybody seems to know what I'm trying to say. Tomitake-san must know what I mean as well. That's why nobody teases me now. I've been here for only a few weeks, so I may know little. I'm usually talkative, but I can't seem to be smooth now. I feel like all the noises of the festival dissipated suddenly. This place must be. Then Tomitake-san stops me with his hand. Thank you, Keiichi-kun, Mion-chan, Rena-chan, Satoko-chan, and Rika-chan. He faintly smiles. I think it'd be excellent if I could live here. Maybe what I said was thoughtless words by a child who doesn't have to worry about a job or food. Somebody pats me on the back. It's Rena.
Keiichi-kun, it'd be cruel to torture an adult.
I start to hear the noises again.
Let's have fun with Tomitake-san, since this is his final night.
The atmosphere becomes brighter when Rena smiles. Sounds great, let's have fun.
Hey, Mi-chan, why don't we include Tomitake-san in the club?
That's a good idea, but Mion looks unwilling. One of the club requirements is being a resident of Hinamizawa.
Come on, Mi-chan, don't be cruel.
Well, since he comes to this village every year, I can call him an honorary citizen.
Wow, yeah!
Okay. I wonder if this old man can serve as my opponent, though.
I'd like to see his aged cunning wisdom.
I hope you can keep up with our youth. Tomitake-san staggers back when he sees a sneer. I'm granting the entrance of Mr. Tomitake into our club as an honorary citizen. We cheer loudly. What exactly do you do in this club? This club teaches you how to overcome obstacles in a changing society by going through various tasks.
Please be easy on me since I'm not too strong. Let's be friendly.
It'll be advantageous for me if you think this club is just children's play. I'll put you in a poorhouse.
We play games to have fun in this club.
Only Rika-chan explains it clearly. Okay, bring it on. I'll take the challenge. Easy on me, fellas. Tomitake-san is hyped up and suddenly looks younger. Bring it on. The 6 of us strut in the crowd with Mion in the front. We look invincible. As usual, the loser has to take a punishment. Tomitake-san looks taken aback, but this is normal for us. No matter how hard the punishments might be, we have to take it.
If I don't lose, I won't have to take it.
Rena's hyped up too. She's not thinking of losing at all. You're right. I stroked her head roughly. Rena smiles. I see. This is what a child's heart is like. Tomitake-san mumbles. Then I hear a shout of an old man. That's the owner of the booth Mion was talking to earlier. Here you are. Sonozaki, you've got yourself a big bunch this year. I'm going to crush your booth. The booth is a shooting gallery. We shoot the items with toy rifles with cork bullets to win them. The rule is simple as it gets. The person who gets the largest item with 3 shots wins. Everybody agrees. I have to carefully choose my prize to win. The biggest item is that one for sure.
Wow, that bear looks adorable.
Rena's staring at that big stuffed animal bear. The bear is intentionally placed on a shaky base, so I may be able to get it if I give it a clean shot. It looks that way only on the surface. You're right, Keiichi-san. You have keen eyes. The safe way is to aim for candy boxes and dolls. We start choosing our prizes. You need to have plans before the game starts, otherwise you're bound to lose. You need to come up with as many plans as you can think of. People are gathered around us before I notice it. I didn't know our notorious club had this many fans. If you can score the bear, you'll automatically win. We have only 3 shots. We can't waste those in just making sure of that. Hey! Other customers are waiting too, man. Who's going to be the first challenger? Might be better to go first because you can go for easier prizes, but we don't know how these rifles work. Tomitake-san knows his stuff. He knows how to play in our club.
So, why don't we decide on turns by rock, paper, scissors? Why not?
You're right. 1, 2. After a few rounds, Mion gets the first turn. I wanted to avoid going first, but I'll take it as a handicap. Old man, give me the gun. Here it is. Mion carefully checks the rifle handed by the owner of the shooting gallery. She checks the cork bullets as well. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? It has no tendencies. Not bad. Mion holds the rifle intensely. Contrary to her careful probe on the gun, she aims only with her instinct. She shoots. She reloads. She shoots, she reloads. She shoots. 3 snack boxes fall in a row. She did it! The audience stirs and it turns into cheers. Wow, that was awesome! She's good. Tomitake-san becomes speechless.
That was great, Mi-chan! You scored 3!
Her shots were accurate and the prizes aren't bad. What she went for were medium-sized, relatively easy targets. She scored high. Who's next? Satoko? Be careful, the bullets were lighter than I thought. Satoko's up next. The rifle looks a bit too big for her small body, but she doesn't seem to have a hard time holding it. Okay, I'm going for that big one. She means that bear. Satoko, you're audacious.
If she scores that bear, she'll be the winner.
Stick it out, Satoko-chan. Satoko aims at the target calmly, unlike Neon. Then she pulls the trigger. The bullets are too light! She succeeded in shooting the bear in the chest, but it just moved a little bit. Maybe she should aim at the head? Satoko's last shot knocks down the candy box next to the bear. It's a shame, but that bear seemed too big a target for me. The audience is jeering because she went from the big target to the small one in the last minute. Are they laughing because they think she's a coward? They don't understand. Satoko, nice job. You certainly improved. Satoko claps Mion's hand. Contrary to her bold statement, she's actually very calm. Satoko changed the target at the last minute to avoid being a loser, regardless of how it might look. Bravo. I'll give that bear to you, Rena-san. Godspeed.
Yeah, thanks, Satoko-chan. Oh, that bear looks adorable.
Next is Rena. If she was in her normal condition, she wouldn't even hit a target. But she's saying the bear is adorable. I wonder how she'll do. I hope she can get one at least. You're underestimating her, Tomitake-san. It's Rena. Yugu Rena. To get that stuffed animal bear, she'll do anything. Wow! The audience roars and Tomitake-san turns around. To get that bear, she can shoot through a pinhole. That's the Ryugu Rena I know.
The bear is swaying. Oh, adorable!
She's excited to see that bear swaying gently. She won't fall back now. There she goes. The more she loses her control, the stronger she becomes. She's powerful. Wow! The audience roars again. Rena's bullet shoots the bear in the forehead. Looks like the bear is swaying bigger than last time.
That could be the most she can do.
You never know. Rena-chan is good, so she might. Tomitake-san and the audience look excited, but Rika-chan's analysis is right. If Rena had 10 more bullets, she'd win that bear. But it looks impossible to knock down the bear in one bullet. Ah! The audience sounds disappointed. Rena succeeded in shooting the bear in the forehead each time, though. The audience starts clapping to admire her spirit.
Oh, my bear. I can't take him home. Oh.
She scored a sympathetic applause, but not the bear. Then the booth owner knocks down a candy box with his hand and gives it to Rena. This is yours.
Huh? You're giving it to me? Really? Oh.
I can't let you leave empty-handed for showing a stunt like that. Then the audience gives her a big hand again. Rena's blushing. I pull her arm. You did great. I'm always surprised when you're in adorable mode.
Oh, I wanted that bear. Oh.
I can tell she's depressed. I always owe very much to her. She shares her delicious lunch with me. All right, then I'll escort and give it to you. What? Tomitake-san says what I was going to say.
Yeah, please, Tomitake-san, stick it out.
This old coot. You took my line. As I clench my teeth, somebody strokes my head.
Kiichi, you can do it. Yeah.
Tomitake-san is aiming at the bear. He holds the rifle while gripping the 2 bullets in his hand. What's he doing? Yeah, definitely. What he's trying to do is... he keeps shooting in very short intervals. It's meaningless to shoot the bear after its swaying is over, so he's trying to knock it down with successive shots. The bear sways in a larger motion than ever, but it stops there. It won't fall.
Oh, that was close.
Rena sighs when she sees the bear hanging on. I thought that would be a good idea.
You don't get a candy box if you're a man, it seems.
That's right. Tomitake-san scored nothing. So, Kei-chan and Rika-chan can avoid coming in last if they score something. Avoid coming in last place? Huh. Oh, thank you. It's your turn now. Godspeed. My turn now. Tomitake-san hands me the rifle. Strictly speaking, I should go for a small target like Mion said. But when I got the rifle, I definitely felt Tomitake-san's spirit. He left it to me. He left his regret that he couldn't score the bear as a man. Yeah, I wouldn't deserve to be called a man if I didn't go for that bear. I promised this to Rena.
What promise? What is it? What is it?
I promised to score that bear for you, Rena.
Does that mean? Oh.
The audience gets hyped up seeing this interaction. Yeah! You're the man! Show her what you got! You guys are wrong. It's just if I didn't do this, Rena would rob the owner of the stand later. No, I mean, why can't I be more honest? You're acting like a man, but how are you going to shoot that bear down?
The bear has been moved a little by Rena and Tomitake's shots, but it still looks hard. Keiichi-kun.
If I could shoot faster in a row, it'd be easier to knock it down. Godspeed, Keiichi-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I asked the owner, give me 2 more guns. What? The audience stirs. What's on his mind? He can't wield 3 rifles at a time. I see. You seem to have thought this through, Kei-chan. Mion sees through my plans. That is, everybody took too much time reloading the cork bullets.
You're right, so if you have 3 loaded rifles ready at the same time...
Tomitake-san holds his camera to capture me and the bear. As a cameraman, he senses what's going to happen. The audience grasps my idea as well. They roar up. They start chanting my name. I need 3 successive shots without missing the target. Whew. I exhale deeply and stop. I relax. Now! The next moment, I feel like time has stopped. I feel like I can even see the trail of the bullet in the air. Hit it. And knock it down! A bullet hits the bear's forehead. The second one hits. The third one hits. The bear sways. And...
Yeah! You did it!
Wow! The huge cheer starts before the bear falls down. Before it hits the ground, the owner catches it and tosses it to me. I never thought you'd really do it. You win, my friend. Wow, congrats, Keiichi-kun. You've become smarter, Keiichi-san. I've revised my opinion of you. It's not just me who scored this. It's the result of everybody's efforts, shooting it little by little. This victory belongs to all of us. Yeah, it's thanks to all of our efforts.
Me didn't shoot it at all.
Oh. I hold up the bear like a trophy and then toss it to Rena. Here. This is from me. I mean, from all of us. Thanks for your delicious lunch, as always. Rena doesn't look like she believes she can actually have it. She's a bit taken aback.
No, Keiichi-kun, this belongs to everybody. Oh.
Okay, it's me who shot it down. So that's mine and I'm giving it to you. I push the bear to Rena's arms again. This time she holds it. You took good care of me since I moved here. I really appreciate it, you know? Thanks.
Oh, Keiichi-kun, thank you.
Rena jumps at me. Mion told me later Rena was kissing me, but I can't remember because of the excitement. I recall what I said to Tomitake-san a bit ago. There's really nothing here, but there are things that can't be found anywhere else. I must have gained many things since I got here, like this moment. The cheers of the audience echo endlessly. I start hearing the taiko drums from the altar in front of the shrine. This is the finale of this festival.
I have to get going now.
Oops, I've got to get a good position for shooting. See you in a bit, guys. Rika-chan and Tomitake-san disappear into the crowd after they bow. Stick it out, you two! Okay? Let's get going. Okay, let's go see Rika-chan's performance, shall we? Yeah! Oh, where's Rena? What are you doing?
Keiichi-kun? Mi-chan, help me!
She can't seem to go against the human flow because she's holding the huge bear. What's she doing? She's got her hands full with that bear. I'll let you take care of Rena, Kei-chan. I'm busy taking care of Satoko. I won't be taken care of by you. Ow, don't pull my arm! Before I lose sight of Mion, I grab at the back of Rena's neck.
Keiichi-kun, that's not what you're supposed to grab!
Don't ask too much. Where am I supposed to grab you then?
Well, oh.
I don't feel too embarrassed because Rena looks more embarrassed than I. I take Rena's hand and rush to where Mion is. We're behind. Let's hurry.
Yeah.
I didn't know her hand was this small. She should eat and exercise more. No. No! I feel my ears turning red. I order my head to cool down, but in vain. I don't want Rena to see my red face, so I walk on without looking back at her. There are already many people in front of the altar. The bonfires light the area so bright it feels hot even from here. In front of the shrine, there's a heap of futons and an ornamental rope. I hear this festival has something to do with the cotton and futons. Keiichi-san! Rena-san! This way! Satoko is waving at us from the front row. Oh, thanks! We get to the spot Mion and Satoko save for us. How was it? Did you have an exciting time with Rena? I knew that was your intention. Mion wickedly smirks. How about you, Rena? Didn't you notice Kei-chan's hands were unexpectedly big?
How?
Rena is steaming with a red face. I hear a wheezing sound. When I turn around, Mion is lying on the ground with a bruise on her face. Mion, when did she hit you? Between her ha and oh. Rena, it's not good to hit your friend to hide your embarrassment.
I didn't do it. I don't know anything. Oh.
With the sound of the taiko drum, everybody becomes quiet. Please be quiet now, it begins! The ritual is serene. As the shrine maiden, Rika-chan shows up with old men dressed in priest costumes. The old people are putting their hands together to Rika-chan. Only Tomitake-san's camera flash is allowed to disturb this quiet moment. What's that huge thing Rika-chan's holding?
That's a ceremonial hoe. It's so sacred that only shrine maidens can touch it.
The hoe looks too complicated for a farming tool, like all other ceremonial stuff. After citing the prayer, Rika-chan walks toward the heap of futons on the altar. She starts swinging the hoe and poking the futons, following the ritual practice. All of those actions must be set. It does look like a religious ritual. What's next? Pounding the ticks out?
She's purifying the futons, which have been absorbing evil energy for us during winter.
Guess you got it more or less, right, Kei-chan? Rika-chan is sweating heavily. That hoe must be really heavy. I can see her body swaying every time she swings the hoe because of the weight of it. Satoko is staring at her in silent encouragement. Are you worried?
Rika's been practicing every day with the mallet for rice cake pounding. She'll be fine.
Satoko squeezes her hands in sweat and gasps every time Rika-chan wobbles. Why didn't you apply for that role, Mion? That looks too much for Rika-chan. I'd be happy to do that if I was asked to, but it can't be done by anybody else. You're right. A shrine maiden has to be pure.
Ugh!
Mion's elbow hits the vital point of my side. After the taiko, Rika-chan bows and gets off the altar. Everybody gives her a big hand. The old men in priest costumes lift the purified futons. Then the crowd stands up to follow them. The huge crowd goes down the stone stairs. What now? Are they going to wash the futons in the river?
It's Watanagashi.
The crowd reaches the stream. The bonfires light up like daylight. People gather in one spot and make noises.
We're taking turns. Let's get in line, Keiichi-kun.
What's going on? Are they giving people sake? Or celebratory rice cakes?
It's not something you eat. It's cotton.
Ah, right. It's Watanagashi. I finally understood. The town committee members are giving out pieces of cotton balls from the futons. Rena gets one for me and hands it over. People who got the cotton ball go to the side of the stream.
Since this is your first time, imitate what I do, okay?
She holds the cotton in her right hand and waves her left hand as if shooing evil spirits off it. Then she taps on her own forehead, chest, navel, and thighs.
We repeat this 3 times. You chant, "Thank you, Oyashiro-sama," in your head while doing this, okay?
Who's Oyashiro-sama? Is that the god enshrined in that shrine?
Yeah, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It gives us benefits but also punishments. We have to respect it.
Sounds like a harsh deity. Well, I should follow the custom anyway. I'm officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. As Rena did, I tapped 3 times with the cotton. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama-san. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you.
Now, evil spirits haunting you are transferred into the cotton ball. We drift it in the stream, and that's it.
I quietly put the cotton in the stream with Rena. After sucking all the evil spirits of Hinamizawa, the cotton balls flourish in the stream and disappear into the flow. This doesn't look lavish like the lantern drifting I saw on TV, but I feel like I went through a rite of passage, and I'm now accepted as a real resident here. While I'm staring at the stream, I seem to have lost Rena. But I don't feel lonely. This place is no longer foreign to me. This is my hometown. I should wait here rather than look around. Somebody will find me while I'm cooling off in the night wind. I hear somebody talking. It's Tomitake-san's voice. I walk in that direction. Hi, Tomitake-san. Were you able to take many good pictures? Sure, thanks to you. Tomitake-san is with a woman. I think I might have interrupted them.
Did you enjoy the festival, Keiichi-kun?
The woman seems local. I can tell from the way she speaks. I should try to remember people's names already. What was her name again? Well, yeah, it was fun. She must have noticed that I was trying to remember her name. She giggles.
I just learned that you haven't been here for that long, Keiichi-kun. You didn't look like that because you're very friendly with the girls.
If I look that way, it must be thanks to Rena, Mion, and the other guys.
Didn't you feel like you've become part of Hinamizawa after joining the festival?
I don't know. Oh, that doesn't sound like you, Keiichi-kun. I feel like I'm immersed already myself, but there are still too many things that I don't know. For example, the faces I see right now, and the past incidents. Oh,
is that the reason you feel estranged?
It's not that extreme, but, well, how should I say? I want to know more about the serious incidents that happened in this village, like the dam construction and the dispute over it. and the gruesome murder everybody tries to hide from me. Even though it's in the past, I definitely want to know not only the bright side, but also the dark side of this village. If that satisfies you, alright, I'll tell you as much as I know. Tomitake-san's smiling face looks encouraging like never before. But I can't seem to put my thoughts together to make a question, even though there are tons of things I want to know. So, will you tell me about the dam construction? It was a big deal since the whole of Hinamizawa could have been submerged, right? I guess local people know more than me about the dam. But I can tell you what I read from the newspaper. Tomitake-san puts on a distant look and starts talking. The dam construction was decided 7 or 8 years ago. I heard the dam was going to be the second largest in the nation, next to the Kurobe Dam. The Japanese government at that time was aiming for 3 agendas: large-scale road construction for better transportation, fulfillment of the increasing demand of electrical supply, and flood control. The dam construction was ideal because it could generate electrical power, flood control, and money all at the same time. Hinamizawa was picked up during the dam construction rush. The estimated square mileage of the lake seemed to be huge. It would have covered the whole of Hinamizawa and Yagauchi in the upper stream area. But why did they decide to construct a dam where people lived? They could have picked somewhere else with no people. I'm not sure, but I heard certain landscapes are ideal for dams. Of course, the Hinamizawan villagers opposed the plan. I remember Rika-chan described it as a battle. I can tell the opposition was fierce from that. The case went to court and made newspapers in Tokyo. I think Neon was talking about something like that. All of Hinamizawa's villagers must have fought as one. The villagers' strong unity must be the result of the fight. During the dispute, politicians, scandals, and corruptions were revealed. The project was put on hold in the meantime. Now might be the only time I can ask about this. About the murder case a young guy like me would be naturally curious about. I feel a bit embarrassed because I've become more curious about it since Rena and Mion hid it from me. But I want to ask, in order to settle my curiosity. Do you know about that dismemberment murder case? Yeah, I was here when that happened, so I remember that well. Even though I was afraid to ask, Tomitake-san answers me without hesitation. It was just about 4 years ago, I guess. It was on the day of Watanagashi. It happened when the dispute over the dam project was at its climax toward the end. The case practically ended the dam project. The case started as a fight among the construction workers and it turned into a murder. Out of fear of arrest, the 6 murderers dismembered the body into 6 pieces and each hid one part. The 5 murderers surrendered to the police out of conscience in the end, but one of them is still at large. The right arm this man took with him hasn't been found. What I hear from Tomitake-san is about the same as what I read in the magazines the other day. It's a gruesome case, but I don't think it's so bad that Rena and Mion had to hide it from me. Maybe they didn't want me to have negative images of Hinamizawa. I feel appreciative of their conscience, and at the same time, I feel regretful that I couldn't resist my curiosity. It happened at the end of the turmoil, so people made a fuss that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse. Oyashiro-sama's curse, huh? I think Oyashiro-sama is the name of the deity enshrined in the shrine where we had the festival today. I see. People believed that it was Oyashiro-sama's curse on the evil dam project, which might have sunken Hinamizawa in the bottom of the lake. Young people didn't take it that way, but the old people really believed it was the curse. The woman with Tomitake-san giggles. Tomitake-san laughs with her, so I join them. But things might have changed. I guess the young people do believe now. Believe in what? Oyashiro-sama's curse. They're both still smiling, but their eyes look serious. Since that incident, it keeps happening every year, around the same time. What keeps happening? Tomitake-san pauses and looks around to see if anybody's listening. Every year on the day of Watanagashi, somebody dies. A year after the chopped-up murder, on the day of Watanagashi, a couple who was in favor of the dam project fell off a cliff while on their vacation. The husband's body was found dead, but the wife's body wasn't found. The husband was for the project, even though he was a Hinamizawa villager. So the old people rumored it must be Oyashiro-sama's curse. The woman giggles again. The next year, on the day of Watanagashi, the priest from the shrine died of an unknown illness. His wife seemed to have drowned herself in the swamp in the same night. Could that priest be the one from the shrine? The woman nods. The villagers rumored he failed to pacify Oyashiro-sama's anger. The year after that, again on the day of Watanagashi, a neighborhood housewife was found beaten to death. A housewife? All the deaths so far were related to the dam project or to Oyashiro-sama. Naturally, I doubt that this housewife might be related to either of them. You're right, the woman confirms playfully, rather cold-heartedly. The family of the victim was the family of the brother of the man who fell off the cliff to his death 2 years ago. The brother himself is still alive, but it seemed hard for him to stay in the village, so he moved to a neighboring city. I can't close my mouth for a while in surprise. The life and death battle over the dam construction, and the gruesome murder in the heat of the dispute. Those incidents were all I knew, and all I wanted to know was about them. But there was more. A murder, dismemberment of the body, accidental death, death from an unknown illness, suicide, and death by bludgeoning. I'm basically a city boy. I don't want to believe in curses, but strange deaths have been happening every year on the day of Watanagashi, and the victims are always related to the dam project. If you look at each incident separately, it's not hard to say it was a mere coincidence. But when similar cases happen in a row like this, it seems almost ridiculous to say it was just a coincidence. I don't believe in curses, but I can't deny this force to incite something to happen on the day of Watanagashi every year. The woman seems to recognize what I'm thinking. She giggles. She giggles as though she saw through my fear. I feel embarrassed, so I urge Tomitake-san to continue in a slightly irritated manner. And? Somebody dies next year, right? Who could that be? Dunno. Who do you think it is? What? I feel a bit upset because his tone of voice was unexpectedly sarcastic. Don't dodge my question, I'm serious here. Hold on, Keiichi-kun, calm down. When the woman said that, I realized I was agitated. I didn't dodge your question, Keiichi-kun. I mean, the day of Watanagashi a year after that is... today. The woman ends Tomitake-san's hesitation. A disgustingly warm, moist wind passes by. People don't say but, they think something's going to happen tonight. Despite this bustle of the festival? It seems that last year's victim wasn't very religious. She didn't participate in Watanagashi. So people rumored that if they didn't participate, Oyashiro-sama would be angry. Didn't you hear about that, Keiichi-kun? I never heard of that. So people came here out of fear? I guess so. The number of people this year seems I guess so. The number of people this year seems unprecedentedly big. Everybody must be afraid of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Ugh. I'm speechless. This is the Showa era. Everything has evolved remarkably in every field up to the point where we feel we conquered all the unknowns. Black and white TVs are gone and humans reach the moon. Yet, in this modern era, they invited the neighboring cities' kids as a decoy, but not many of them came after all, seemingly because of the series of events. I heard one of the village committees say they were having a tough time gathering people. The police think each case is separate and has no relation to the curse, but I heard they assigned some officers as guards during the festival. Now I start to understand why Rena and Mion kept it from me. If nothing happens tonight, I won't have to know anything. If only nothing happens, everything will be just a groundless fear. Then I can pretend I know nothing from the beginning. They'll act like nothing's been going on. I'll go back to the ordinary days again. Was this story too much for you? The woman sighs while combing her hair slowly. No, not at all. I try to pretend, but reveal my panic instead. Tomitake-san looks like he's regretted he told me this. After a sigh, he apparently tries to sound cheerful. You don't really believe in curses, do you, Keiji-kun? No, not really. Those cases would definitely be because of the curse if the police couldn't find the causes of the deaths and the culprits. But it's not like that in reality. They found the culprits and the truth. The word police sounds trustworthy now, because it feels like it's on the opposite side of the word curse. For example, in the first murder case, the police caught everybody except one guy. It's just a matter of time when they catch this guy. The motive is clear too. They had a fight while they were drunk, so it's obviously not a curse. Don't you think so? Surely if it hadn't happened on the day of Watanagashi, nobody would have related it to the curse. The next year's death of the couple is the same. Since people might have had resentment against them, the police must have investigated the case thoroughly, and they announced it was an accident, not a murder. But it happened on the day of Watanagashi, right? Think about this, Keiji-kun. Do you think he'd be happy to join the local festival even though he had a lot of enemies? It must have been an uncomfortable season for him. That's why he went on a trip in this time period to get away from Hinamizawa. Isn't that more likely? His explanation doesn't quite cut it, but I kind of know what he's trying to point out. I decide to ask what I honestly feel dubious about. So, Tomitake-san, how about the priest who died the next year? He died of an unknown illness, right? Again on the day of Watanagashi? That one's easier to explain. Watanagashi Festival is a big annual event for the priest, so he could have gotten tired on top of being in a bad condition. Or he might have had some other sickness already. But it was an unknown illness, right? I can't believe the cause was unknown in this modern era. People put frills on stories. It was just a rumor. People were sensitive because of the events that happened 2 years in a row. The priest's sudden death might be unnatural, but there was an autopsy, and they found no sign of unnatural causes. It was just a coincidentally peculiar-looking death. The priest's wife committed suicide, right? What about this? Just as I explained, all the villagers were scared of the strange incidents that happened 3 times in a row, so religious people believed it was the curse, including the wife. They found a suicide note that said she was going to die to pacify Oyashiro-sama. Then what about the next housewife's case? It happened again on the day of Watanagashi. That case is solved with the culprit arrested. It was a lunatic who tried to recapture the curse to get some kicks. So then, what about the case a year after that? That's right. It's this year. Tomitake-san smiles. Nothing's going to happen. Not this year. There's no such thing as Oyashiro-sama's curse. People are just exaggerating the series of coincidences. Finally, my brain calms down. I feel embarrassed that I almost panicked like a child. I know you love Hinamizawa very much, Keiji-kun. Even if Oyashiro-sama's curse existed, you wouldn't be involved. I assure you. I feel relieved. I think I should forget what I heard tonight. I should face Rena and Mion with a smile tomorrow as if nothing happened. Because they must be expecting tonight to pass peacefully, and they want me to live without any fear from tomorrow on. The woman seems to have seen through my feelings. She stands up from the rock she was sitting on while stretching. Well then, I should get going now. Oops, I think I was talking too long. People are scattered now. I see only a few families who enjoy the coolness of the night. When I look at my watch, I realize I've been talking for about an hour. You came with your friends, right? Why don't you look for them? That's right. They might be looking for me. You have girls looking for you? You're a bad guy. Good night, Keiji-kun. And Jiro-san, see you later. You're a bad guy too, Tomitake-san. His first name is Jiro-san, it seems. The woman tats the dust off her butt and disappears into the shrine where people are still clearing up.
Keiji-kun! I'm sorry.
I see Rena running toward me. I see the other guys behind her. Speak of the devil. Sorry, Kei-chan. We lost track of time in talking. That's pretty much what I was doing, so I guess we're even. Oh, are you with Tomitake-san? That's very good.
We have to announce the result of the shooting game.
Oh, that's right. Did I come in last after all? After my dramatic win, Rika-chan took the try, but there weren't many prizes left. Only things left were all small and difficult to shoot down. She aimed carefully, but missed all 3 shots. So she was supposed to come in last, like Tomitake-san. But she started crying in front of the booth and the owner gave in. She got a pack of gum as a sympathetic prize. This way she avoided coming in last. I think you're quite an actor, Rika-chan.
I don't know what you're saying, Keiichi.
Okay, loser is Tomitake-san. Everybody claps their hands. Tomitake-san doesn't understand what's going on and smiles. Okay, Tomitake-san, are you ready for the punishment? I forgot about that. You're naive, Tomitake-san. You can't lose our games because of that. Mion takes a marker out of her pocket. I see that must be it. Mion, have mercy on him. Use water ink. Permanent one is too harsh. It has to be permanent, because it'd wash off if it was. Whoa, what's going on? Please be easy on me. The guys hold him from the back and Mion gets near him with the marker. Here it is! Mion didn't write on his face, instead she wrote on his shirt. Make a professional debut this year, Mion. Rena goes next. She writes, let me see the pictures next time, Rena. This is heartwarming. I can't help smiling. This is more like a farewell card rather than a punishment. I'm not going to be generous. I'll surely punish him. Loser, Satoko. Let's do better next time.
Let's do better next time, Mika. Here you are, Keiichi-san.
I don't know what to write at first, but this will be good for this punishment. Please come and play with us again, Keiichi. Tomitake-san keeps quiet. He looks surprised at first, but eventually he changes his look on his face. Is going back to Tokyo in this shirt part of the punishment? Of course! You have to wear it home!
I hope you'll wear it next time you come here. I hope.
He looks moved. His face is red with embarrassment and other mixed emotions. Okay, I'll wear this next time I come here. I promise. Everybody cheers and applauds. We gave a great farewell gift to our friend. I see the woman who was with Tomitake-san on the shrine premises. Tomitake-san notices her. It means our parting time has come. Looks like your friend is waiting for you. Is it about time now? It looks like it. Tomitake-san walks up to the woman. He looks like he's apologizing for keeping her waiting. Each one of us gives him a farewell word one by one. Each time, Tomitake-san turns around and waves. His figure eventually disappears into the darkness. It was a simple goodbye. This isn't the first farewell to the other guys. They've been through this many times.
He's gone.
So, why don't we clean up too? Rika-chan has a gathering with the festival committees and Satoko goes with her. I go home with the usual bunch. We talk about today's game on our way home. Like somebody should have done that way, and somebody did great, and so on. After parting with Mion, I walk with Rena. We arrive in front of my home, and Rena leaves. It's kind of late. Are you alright by yourself?
Yeah, I'm alright. My home is close, and I'll run.
Scream when you see a strange guy.
Will you come save me if you hear my scream? Will you?
If I can hear it.
Oh, yeah. I'll scream loudly so that you can hear it.
Rena walks away cheerfully while waving her arm. She'll be fine. If she's in that state, nobody can beat her. Silence comes back after Rena's gone. The curse nobody talks about. The more I hear about it, the more anxious I get. And tonight is the night. Everybody must be worried, even though they don't show it on their faces. But if nothing happens tonight, there won't be anything to worry about. Nothing will happen. There is no curse. What are you doing there, Keiichi? Come inside or you'll catch a cold. It's my mom. Mom, did you go to Watanagashi Festival? I couldn't go because your dad didn't wake up, unfortunately. She looks disappointed and sticks out her tongue.